Welcome to another episode of Rocky Like a Hurricane Runner, presented by KillYourStereo.com. You're with Simon and Owen. Owen, how's it going?
I'm very good. How are you?
Yeah, pretty good. I think we're all suffering from backlash.
Backlash.
Yeah, the backlash to backlash was pretty severe.
Yeah, look, as I said to you before, I've only watched one match. I've only watched the match that everyone is talking about, and it's probably one of the better matches of this year, being The Miz and Seth Rollins.
Yeah, it was funny. On Twitter, I made the remark that after that match, I was like, damn, what a match. You know, let's see who follows that. And yeah, sadly, no one followed the first match.
Yeah, it was absolutely brilliant. And as I said to you I messaged you like afterwards, that match was agented by Tyson Kidd. So yeah. I think it was going to be a pretty damn good match if he had his hands on it.
Yeah, it was funny because that run sheet was released of like the show and who was the agent for every match and stuff.
Yeah.
So I wonder if that's going to like reflect badly on him in that sense of like, oh, people are going to give you credit for the best thing. You know, we don't like that now sort of thing.
I hope not, because I feel like people know how good Tyson Kidd was as a wrestler.
Yeah.
And I like the fact that he now has a job with WWE still.
Yeah, it's very good.
Like,
and I mean, if he was the one who put that together, it was a good sign because it was sort of built around like, you know, the figure four. That was one of the big parts of the match.
The knee.
Yeah.
Like my favorite spot of the entire match was on the apron when Rollins went for the running knee and Miz moved and Rollins knees the fuck out of the ring post.
Yeah.
And then he sells that and Miz quickly runs in and blocks it on the figure four again.
Yeah, and they got like, you know, the crowd going nuts over the figure four.
Yeah.
And I heard someone say, oh, when was the last time, you know, a figure four spot was that over? It was when Miz feuded with Dolph Ziggler. And they did a similar thing.
Yeah, during the ladder match when he used the figure four through the ladder.
Yeah, exactly. So Miz has been killing it for a long time now, combined with Rollins, who is on an absolute hot streak.
Yep.
That was the perfect intercontinental title match.
I just feel like the Miz is one of the I feel like the past 3.5 years of the Miz has proven that he is probably one of the best wrestlers, if not of this generation, of all time. And I know that's a massive call, but the way that he made the Intercontinental Championship relevant again is just incredible.
Yeah, he's on a hell of a roll. Like, I don't think the Miz has done anything that wasn't entertaining or great since, what would it be? I guess WrestleMania in Dallas. I feel like the second he won that IC title from Zack Ryder the night after on Raw, and aligned himself with Maurice again, like Miz has been
even before that with Mizdow.
Yeah, that's true actually. That's true.
I just feel like the Miz is definitely just like one of the kings at the moment.
Yeah,
he's just a freak.
Shout out to the Miz and shout at the crowd in New Jersey. They can get fucked. I know a lot of people were agreeing that the main event was boring and whatnot, but yeah, I thought they didn't give it a chance.
Yeah.
And then I heard people saying like, oh, but the pay-per-view was over 3 hours by that point. You know, they didn't expect to be there that long. Come on, if you're seriously 3 hours is your absolute limit.
We sat through a 7-hour WrestleMania. Give us a break.
Exactly. Every pay-per-view is long, so that was odd. But anyway, yeah.
Today we are doing something that I feel like we should have done in our first ever episode, being a music and wrestling podcast. But we're not. We're doing it on our 23rd or 24th episode.
Yeah, sure. We wanted to hold off, but, you know, finally we're doing the obvious episode. It's going to be fun. We're taking a look at the best entrance themes of all time.
Well,
or our favorite.
It's more our favorite. So I'm picking 5. Simon's going to pick 5. Then we're going to try and rank them.
Yeah.
Try to.
And we didn't talk about were there any rules for doing this. I just didn't want to pick original songs that were given to wrestlers. As in, I didn't want to pick like real songs by real artists that just happened to be theme songs.
Okay, see,
I wanted to make it a little bit harder and just pick like legit, these were songs made for a wrestler type deal.
Okay, well, see, I did. I just went, these are the 5 that I really like and that I will always really, really like.
Well, that's going to give us some variety then.
Yeah.
Can we give some honourable mentions before we start?
Why don't we do honourable mentions afterwards?
Okay, just in case, because we don't know each other's list.
So I don't know what Simon's picked. Simon doesn't know what I've picked.
Yeah.
I feel like he has a feeling of what I've picked.
Okay.
Because I'm very, very, obvious.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's do this thing. I'm going to kick it off, and I think we all know this by now. I'm a huge Japan mark. I love Japanese wrestling. And the reason I love Japanese wrestling is because of this man. And his incredible wrestling theme song. It is Jushin Thunder Liger's entrance song.
So good.
Oh, it is the greatest thing ever. It makes me so happy whenever I hear it. Like, when I was at Wrestle Kingdom during the Battle Royal they do, when his music hit, the entire crowd lost their mind. It's like whenever his music hits, you just lose your mind. And he's had this music since 1989.
See, that's a good run. I like that when someone keeps the same theme.
He's had this entrance for nearly 29 years. And it
still sounds good.
It is so cool. It makes me very happy whenever I hear it.
Have you just picked 5 Japanese themes?
No, I haven't. Surprisingly, I could have gone with that.
Yeah.
I really honestly could have gone with that. But I didn't. I do love it. I just love it so much. I wish the translation of the lyrics is also fantastic. I wish I had it with me because it's so good.
Is that a real band or was it just an original?
It is by an actual. It is like it was written for him.
Okay.
Because it has his name in it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's good.
So it's called Ikari no Jushin.
Nice.
I'm sorry, I just butchered the Japanese language.
Spot on.
Moving on, I feel like this is pretty obvious because it is me. Cult of Personality by Living Colour. CM Punk's entrance song. It's like the song that everyone knows was CM Punk's entrance song.
Yeah. And like what's crazy about it, he was using it, when did he start using it? Was it 2011?
Yeah.
Okay, so he started
So
using
before
it
his huge run.
And I reckon people who didn't know the song would think it's a new song because
Yeah.
it still sounds modern.
Well, that's the thing, and I feel like we're going to touch on this in a later episode because I feel like we have to, just Living Colour in general. But like, this album is 30 years old this year.
Yeah,
Vivid is 30 years old, and this sounds like a Seven Dust or like a modern metal album.
Yeah, I think the 2 bands from that era whose music has aged the best are Living Colour and Faith No More.
Easily.
This.
And well, that's funny because I know they toured together heaps during that period.
Yeah.
And like the mix, also like going music nerd wise, the mix in this album is like still perfect.
Is that what it is too? Because yeah, it doesn't sound old production wise either.
It's
it
super
just sounds
crisp.
perfect.
Yeah. But like I remember like the entrance, like Punk's entrance as well. I feel like that way we have to touch on that if it's entrance songs, the actual entrance itself. Punk's entrance was cool.
Yeah, all of his, movements and taunts and whatever you want to call them, they're perfect to the song.
Yeah, and as we touched on in one of our last episodes when they played this in our WrestleMania 20, it was 2019. Awesome.
It's so good. It did it justice completely.
Absolutely.
Like, they're one of the best live bands ever too, so.
Oh yeah, I've seen them a couple of times. They're just flawless live.
What's funny too, it's such an upbeat song regardless of its, like, lyrical content, that when he came out with it, they were still sort of making it out that Punk was a heel, and it's like,
yeah.
Do you really want people to boo this? It's not gonna work. And even when he used it as a heel later on, it still didn't feel right.
Yeah, absolutely. Alright, moving on.
Oh, actually, small tidbit on that song.
Absolutely.
We've discussed it a few times off air. For anyone who doesn't know, that's not the first time WWE used the song.
No, they didn't.
They used it for Steve Austin's Hall of Fame video, like on Raw, when they're like, oh, let's see our next inductee.
Yep.
His video was set to Cult of Personality, and it suits him too.
Yeah, and then that was before Punk started using it, wasn't it?
Yeah,
was it?
a few years before. I think so. It would have been 09.
I feel like it does suit Steve Austin though.
Yeah, it suits them both exactly. So anyway, good song.
Moving on, back to Japan. It's the last Japan song, I promise. I love it so much though. Stardust. It is Tetsuya Naito, the current Intercontinental Champion of New Japan. See, it's not metal, but man, it's so cool.
Oh yeah, it's like new age. What
it's
is
like
it?
new age, like Euro trance.
Yeah.
It's so cool though.
Yeah.
Like as I said, if we're gonna talk entrance, and again, I'm gonna throw it back to when I went into Japan just to rub in everyone's faces. His entrance in the main event of this was honestly the most incredible thing I've ever seen. The entire Tokyo Dome was lit up by like green lasers, like it was a full-on rave party, and was just like spazzing out green lasers. Like they full-on turned like the rave party on when this hits.
It's really funny that it's still his theme song.
Yeah, he's had this for ages.
He had it from still when he was, like...
a young lion, or just out of a young lion.
Yeah,
almost.
like, plucky baby face.
Yeah.
Naito, the Stardust genius and whatever.
Yeah.
But with his character being, obviously tranquilo and he's like, doesn't care about anything. It's funny seeing him
It's not
like,
very relaxed, is it?
yeah,
The
he's
song
just
is
lying
pretty-
down and it's like...
It's a pretty intense song. It's like, Shrenkio. It's like, no, I could probably like pop mad pills and just bust out of it.
It is the opposite. Okay, if that's your last Japanese theme,
Yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't pick Minoru Suzuki's
Oh,
theme.
dude, I tell you what, it was so close.
You didn't pick like Nakamura's Subconscious, which is one of the best themes ever.
Or even the Rainmaker, I know.
I haven't picked those either, but we'll just give them a...
oh, absolutely. Like, Kaze ni no Rei is just the coolest thing to scream out, just whenever, really.
yeah, it's a hell of a song too. Like,
Yeah,
it's so
I
good.
could have, but I'm a big Naito fan, and I
Okay.
really, really like, as I said, if we're going full entrance, like the entrance this has is really, really sick.
Yeah, it's very good. Okay, good choice.
All right. See, I'm surprised that you may have picked this one. The Root of All Evil, Alistair Black's entrance song.
It is very good.
It is so good.
I didn't pick it.
Didn't pick it. See, as I said, this is like just 5 songs that I just dig whenever I hear at a wrestling show, and especially when like at Takeover, when we were at Takeover in New Orleans, like this through like a proper mad sound system, and also if we're talking entrance, he rises from a goddamn coffin,
It's true. It's super perfect. You're right.
and also we all know like it written like played by Incendiary, who are a sick hardcore band from New York.
Yeah. And Alistair Black wrote the lyrics.
Wrote the lyrics.
How cool is that?
Wrote all the lyrics to it.
So it is tied perfectly to his character.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Do you think it'll age well?
I think
it'll
so.
always suit him.
I think so.
Yeah.
Well, look, he's like tattooed from head to toe. Like, it's a full hardcore song. I
Yeah.
feel like we're pretty good when it comes.
I don't
to
think he's going to be like, guys, I'm actually not into the devil anymore. Like, it's fine. Yeah.
Just comes out like with like the crew, like with like the Reverend collar and everything.
Yeah, and he just starts like removing all the tats. I don't think it's going to happen.
But this song was awesome. Like super heavy. Really, as I said, like if you're looking for like almost perfect wrestling entrance songs, it's pretty perfect.
Yeah. This continues the streak of iconic NXT themes. I will say I haven't picked any of them.
Okay.
But another honorable mention, I would say the run that CFO's had of Finn Balor's entrance theme, Nakamura's entrance theme, Bobby Roode's entrance theme, and then this.
Yeah.
They're 4 of the best of all time and of this
And
generation.
Sanity's as well.
Sanity's
Love
is
Sanity's.
good. Authors of Pain, like there's a lot of good ones. But those top tier ones, I think they're the defining entrance themes of this era.
Easily.
And I haven't picked any of them.
Alrighty, so that's my 4th one. And now my last one. Again, I've gone for a song, an actual song.
Okay.
But I think I think I know what you're thinking, but I'm not thinking that one. Second CM Punk entrance song. This fire burns.
It is good.
My Killswitch Engage. Howard Jones era Killswitch Engage. My favourite era Killswitch Engage.
My least favourite era of Killswitch.
No. So good. This is so riffy.
Oh yeah, musically it's great. I love Killswitch. Not a fan of Howard Jones.
Really?
No.
Just love his clean singing makes me very. I think I've said this a lot of times, like on Facebook and just in conversation. If you took Howard Jones' clean vocals and merged them with Jesse Leach's screams, it's the legitimate perfect metalcore singer.
Yeah, okay. I prefer Jesse Leach's clean singing.
Really?
Yeah, because more traditional rock, I guess.
This is it's very like operatic almost. It's very, very polished.
To me, Howard Jones is too polished. Because I'm not really the biggest fan of like power metal and that sort of thing, so I don't like his...
Yeah, he's very power metal, isn't he? Like, very, like,
really
yeah.
Like their cover of Holy Diver
So I love it.
suits Howard Jones best, I think.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, but I see, Punk didn't use his very long. I used it for a little bit, but because he started using it in ECW.
Yeah, so it would have been a couple of years, maybe, what would it be? Punk had a longer reign than run in the WWE
Than people think. Yeah, because people obviously think as Punk as the 4-3-4.
Thought it'd be like, I reckon late 2006 is when the ECW brand started.
Yeah.
If I'm just going off the top of my head.
Yeah.
So he used it from then till 2011.
So it's still 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
But no, this song is awesome. Again, I feel like Punk's entrance his entrance didn't really change. But like, I feel like, because this was like longer haired Punk. Not like that, like the whole like comb over, like slick back kind of thing. This was very like, this was straight edge society Punk
as well. Yeah,
yeah. So,
oh, that was good Punk.
Oh, such a good with fat Luke Gallows.
Fat Luke Gallows and bald Serena.
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
Crazy. But, you know, I love this song. I
like it when it gets faster at this bit.
Yeah, the halftime. Yeah, I really like it.
It is a good song.
It's a great song. I love the entrance song. Again, obviously they're not the greatest of all time because obviously it's just what we like. It's what I like. Yeah, these 5 songs are ones that when I hear, I'm like, they're the awesome wrestling entrance songs in my opinion.
Okay, I will say we have no crossover.
Okay,
on themes.
I'm happy with that.
So yeah, that's why I wanted to give honorable mentions to those NXT themes and to those Japanese themes.
Yeah.
But like the one that was on the edge for me, if I had a number 6, it would have been either of Nakamura's theme songs. The one from Japan or
one from Japan. I still like the one from Japan more.
They're so different, but there is something similar about them.
Absolutely.
And I remember when he left New Japan, the thing I was worried about, not how are they going to use him or what push will he have, is like, ooh, can he do his entrance justice?
Yeah. And
to go from, one song to the other. I remember being there live for his debut in NXT.
Oh, yeah, wow.
And the second it hit, I remember looking to my brother and be like, damn, this is pretty much just as good.
I remember watching that at home and I was like my old man was sitting there. He doesn't really watch wrestling. I'm like, holy shit, this is honestly the best wrestling entrance song I think I've heard in such a long time.
Yeah.
Potentially.
So we'll see how we go. I reckon if we did this again in 10, 20 years, maybe his theme.
Yeah, if we do of all time, I feel like that'd have to be there.
Maybe it's going to happen. Yeah. Well, yeah, we'll see how I think it's reflective on someone's career too a little bit.
Yep.
Like your perception of that song. But anyway, I can tell you now, none of the songs on my list are like from the past 10 years. They're all pretty old.
Okay, cool.
The newest song is 20 years old.
I look forward to it.
All right. So I'm starting with The Undertaker's Ministry theme song.
Holy shit. Yes.
It's the best Undertaker theme song.
Yep.
Like, the original song is amazing and Through the Years was brilliant, but this version
I forgot about this song. You forget about this one?
Yeah.
Because the Ministry didn't last for long.
Not really. Probably a year, and it's got this weird satanic bullshit through it.
The awesome, Ministry Undertaker was probably my favorite.
Yeah.
Because, his... even his entrance robe with the kind of that ghost-esque thing, you know?
Yeah, behind him, flat, and he had the cool longer goatee.
Yeah,
but just the driving guitars and just it's so good. It's brilliant.
We touched on this in one of our last episodes with the Stone Cold Metal album. You know who would do a sick cover of this? Death.
Yes.
Because they did that awesome cover of God of Thunder.
Yeah.
The Kiss song.
It would have had this sort of vibe.
Yeah, it would absolutely have this vibe.
I would have loved if The Undertaker used this again, but he never did.
Yeah.
Oh, but anyway, it's so good. Yeah, the violins, the chanting. How could you make The Undertaker's theme more evil? Well, they did, and it was pretty cool.
Absolutely.
You know what's terrible, though? They did a remix, I remember, when the Corporate Ministry formed. It was like a mix of Vince McMahon's theme song with that.
Yeah, it was weird.
You can't mash too many things together, especially like that.
Yeah.
Up next is... Mine aren't really in a particular order. They're all my favorite,
mine weren't either, yeah.
This one's an obvious choice. Mine are almost a reflection of my favorite wrestlers too, so maybe
I know what this might be then.
Maybe that makes a difference. Oh, I'm going Hulk Hogan, Real American.
Okay. You are right. These are old.
These are old.
I love it. Actually, yeah, you're right. This is pretty cool.
It's a great song, and I think to a lot of people, this is basically the first wrestling theme song you ever hear.
Absolutely.
Because before this, entrance music wasn't common.
No.
Obviously, the fabulous Freebirds used Freebird, they take credit for you having the first, entrance song. But in the WWF, a lot of guys didn't have entrance music.
They just got announced to the ring.
Exactly. What's funny about this song, though, it wasn't even written for Hulk Hogan.
No.
It was written originally for the tag team of Barry Windham and Mike Rotunda.
No shit.
Who were the USA Express.
Okay.
And I think they didn't really use it. But anyway, someone made the decision, maybe we should give it to this guy instead.
And look, it's taken off huge, man.
And it's tied to Hogan. It's actually written and performed by Rick Derringer.
Yep.
Who I didn't know is actually a Grammy Award-winning musician. So there you go.
There you go. What did you win the Grammy for? That's very... Because I'm honestly very interested.
He was part of a band called the McCoys.
Okay.
He worked with Edgar and Johnny Winter, as well as Steely Dan.
Amazing.
And,
Sick
this I didn't know, he produced Weird Al Yankovic's Eat It and Fat.
That's where I know the name from. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, Rick Derringer.
Also,
and the sweet
sick
solo.
guitar solo, yeah.
Yeah, he also wrote the Demolition theme song.
Ah, okay.
So,
which has a similar vibe to it.
Yeah, so he gave those, early 80s hard rock themes, like Legitimacy, I guess. In that
I
time.
love it. So cool. So two very good choices so far. I dig
good
it.
choices so far. Real American there, which Jim Johnson had nothing to do with. So
was that pre Jim Johnston or?
I think he was
on the precipice.
Yeah, he wasn't really a full-time employee yet, from what I understand, but they would get him to make music, but they would also source it to other people.
Okay.
Here's another one that a lot of people misattribute to Jim Johnson, that he had nothing to do with. One of the greatest theme songs of all time, The Mouth of the South. Jimmy Hart gets credit for this one.
Yeah. How can you not? I know you're going to pick it anyway. It's your boy, Shawn Michaels.
If I was ranking, this is probably my number one.
I was going to say, when we rank them, the top 10, our 10, I think this might have to go very, very top.
Yeah, I'm going to fight hard for this one.
Yeah.
A fun song, stupid lyrics,
was that
sung by Shawn Michaels.
WrestleMania, was it 9 when he... When was it when he flew?
WrestleMania 12.
12.
Yeah.
That exactly, as I said before, if we're talking entrance, like holy shit, he flew from the fucking roof.
He flew from the roof. In the In Your House days, he did an entrance where he started standing on the roof of the fake house. And then it led to, the iconic pose with the pyro, running from side to side.
The man's
assless chaps, the dance, everything. And then later on when he became religious, the prayer.
The double guns.
Double guns with the pose. Everyone's done that at some point. Everyone's pretended they're Shawn Michaels.
Literally. I did at the front of Tokyo Dome.
And in the mid-90s when snap-off tracksuit pants came in fashion, I think everyone was like, I'm Shawn Michaels. Yeah, what a song.
And you can... When the music hits, when he returned, like his many returns from long absences, that's like memorable. Like when that music hits and the pop from the crowd, that's when you know it's a good song.
Yeah, those drums, the girl...
And also... At Access, how many times when they have the you make the entrance thing? How many times when we were at Access did we hear that song because people were walking out to Shawn Michaels' song?
You're right. That's a good measurement for how over a song is.
Yeah,
just go to WrestleMania.
I think
Access.
Maybe like one in 3 or 4 was the Shawn Michaels song.
Everyone wants to do it.
Yeah,
and it's it was Shawn's second theme. The original version was sung by Sensational Sherry. It's pretty good. It's not as good as that.
Yeah, that's the memorable one.
And Shawn kept this from, I think, like late 93 or early 94
till
now.
Yeah.
It is his theme song. He's an old man now, and he still comes out to himself singing about him being a sexy boy.
That's so cool.
The lyrics are ridiculous. It's such a great song.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with it. Honorable mention, I didn't pick it, but Shawn's other great theme, of course, is the DX theme song.
Yeah. And the Rockers one was cool too.
Rockers is good. I always felt like the Rockers and the Ultimate Warrior theme.
Very similar.
So similar. They're basically the same.
You know what? I'm kind of kicking myself because I didn't choose the Ultimate Warrior theme, and that is my pump up song for any big thing.
That was on.
Yeah.
It's so good. Another one for me, it's obvious because it's me and the time when I was a wrestling fan. This one, I'm pretty sure, is a Jim Johnston special. I think this is the best version of it too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bret Hart.
One of the great. Yeah, look, it is a tune.
Yeah. He had this basically a version of it from when he was in the Hart Foundation.
I was going to say, everyone knows that the pick slide and the pinch harmonic. Yeah, everyone knows that. And Natalia still uses that today.
Natalia uses a shittier version of it though.
Yeah.
It falls off after that cool slidey bit.
Yeah.
But the version I'm playing here is the 97 version.
Peak Shawn Michaels. Oh, sorry, Pete Bret Hart.
Bret Hart.
Him and Shawn Michaels, exactly.
Exactly. This one has more squealy guitars through it.
It is super guitar heavy.
Yeah, and then it leads to the cool solo that comes up soon.
Yeah.
To me, this is a great song. For some reason, it works with Bret Hart.
It kind of reminds me of that it's like the training montage song. The It's like that reminds me of that. But this could be used as a training montage song.
Absolutely. Maybe
This
that's
part
why
here.
it works. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very
So good.
it's a very dirty guitar tone.
Yeah.
You know, I do. You are coming out all guns blazing with your one. I'm going my favorite songs. You're just going fuck you. These are the worst ones.
It's so good. So we'll give Jim Johnston credit for that one.
Yeah. Absolutely awesome.
Just for reference, so anyone doesn't know, the Natalia version isn't the same song, and it's also terrible. I hate that song so much. Because every time it kicks in, I'm like, oh, it's Bret's song. And then I'm like, no, it's not. Yeah, that's why it's disappointing. It's fine aside from that. Okay, so the last song that's on my list, this song isn't because the wrestlers are my favorite wrestlers. Okay. This legitimately is on the list because I think in terms of creativity and being a great wrestling song, this is number one. So I think a lot of people overlook it. It's the fabulous Rougeau Brothers theme song, All American Boys. It is so good. This one goes to Jimmy Hart as well. He wrote this, and it's performed by the Rougeau Brothers themselves.
Holy shit.
Musically, it's great, but lyrically, it's fucking hilarious.
I knew you were going to come up with something good.
Yeah, the lyrics, if you missed it, they're like, we don't like the long-haired look, we like the preppy look instead. And then later, there's the lyric, we don't like rock and roll, the only thing we listen to is Barry Manilow. Here it is. It's hilarious.
I knew you were going to come up with something brilliant, and I'm so happy it was this. I forgot about this.
It's a great song. It's catchy. And then lyrically, it's and I will argue this forever, it is the single funniest theme song ever.
Oh, it's
because
so
it's funny
good.
on purpose.
Yeah.
It's written to be funny.
And a cool guitar solo. All of Jimmy
so
Hart
good.
stuff had good guitar solos in it.
Yeah. I think he had a good ear for 80s rock. And even into the 90s, the stuff he did for WCW.
Yeah.
I just want to keep it playing. It's so fun. But so for people who don't know, so the fabulous Rougeau Brothers were a tag team. They were from Montreal. They were originally meant to be faces, but I guess it wasn't working, so they turned them heel.
Yeah.
But they only turned them heel slightly. Their whole gimmick was that, oh no, but we still love America, and they'd come out waving these tiny American flags. And then there's the great bit in the song is it runs through a verse in French, and then it just ends with, we love the USA. It's the funniest thing ever. So I don't know. I think it's the funniest theme song ever.
That is outstanding.
It's a great song. It's legitimately catchy.
Yeah. Well, see, it sounds quite similar to the pop music of the time.
So exactly. So people would have just, without paying attention to the lyrics,
sounds
I like this song.
It sounds like Aha. It sounds like the Hooters, that late 80s, very early 90s kind of thing.
Yeah.
It was of the time, which is what you need to do with wrestling music. You need to appeal to the masses.
And it's perfect. All of these songs are songs I can listen to even without watching wrestling. I can put them on and get into it.
Yeah.
So there you go. Two very different top fives.
Very different top fives. And I said that like a lot. Mine weren't very heavy oriented. Yours definitely were.
Yeah, I didn't go for like I'm only picking the
Go
metal.
pick a metal. Yeah.
If we were just picking metal, I'd probably go with Edge's obviously Metalingus.
Yeah.
But that's a great song anyway.
Even his White Zombie stuff too.
Yeah, I don't love that song.
And I know you would have picked Matt Hardy, the Monster Magnet song.
Oh, absolutely. I'd pick that more for the real version of the song.
Yeah. So let's do it. Let's do it nice and quick. We'll go 10-1.
Okay.
We'll try and be respectful of one another.
Okay, what do we put at number 10?
I would say Un-American Boys, but I know you wouldn't want to.
It's so good. It's so funny. Let's see how you feel about this. I would nominate Alistair Black's theme.
Okay,
as much as I love it.
Because it's newer.
Because it's new. And it is simple. It only goes for about a minute and a half.
But yeah, actually it does, and then like the YouTube version goes like 5.5 minutes.
But it just loops itself.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I do wonder, like would the song get old? But then again, Bret Hart's theme is pretty repetitive too, as great as it is.
Yeah. Actually, no, I could do that, yeah. Alistair Black could go 10. I wouldn't mind.
Yeah, I don't want to do that thing like, oh, it's new, so I can't give it credit. But
yeah, as you said, it's a minute and a half song. It's it's a great song.
Yeah.
But
they're doing that recently. Even Nakamura's new version of his theme song, it's only a minute. So I wonder, like, will that get old eventually?
Yeah. All right, number 9.
Okay, number 9.
I don't know.
Okay, I'll let you put All American Boys here.
Okay.
I still think it's one of the best written. and if we're ranking like legit comedy the WWE's ever done,
Yeah.
I think that's one of the best
Some of
things
the
about it
best,
because it's funny on purpose.
Yeah.
You know, it's not Titus sliding under the ring. It's not the Shockmaster falling down.
Yeah.
It's like funny on
It's
purpose.
legit, yeah.
It's not Vince Russo shock humor. Just for the sake of it. So.
Yes, it's true. All right, number 8. I will happily put This Fire Burns at number 8.
Okay. I do like it a lot.
I do too, but I feel like, I know what I'm going to fight for near the top, so I need to try and be like strategic for where I put my own songs.
Okay, I see. Yeah,
I know what I'm fighting for.
So
near
you're
the top.
sacrificing This Fire Burns.
Yeah.
I would put out of your list though. I'd put This Fire Burns above Naito's theme.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll put that. I will put This Fire Burns at number 8 though.
I do find okay. Yeah, I can. Yeah. I love Kill Switch, but I don't need to hear
It's
that
not
song
their
all the
best
time.
song.
Not at all. Yeah.
Not even off that album.
If people only know that song from Kill Switch, it's not their best work.
Yeah. If it is, go listen to more Kill Switch Engage.
Yeah. Exactly.
All right, number 7. What are you thinking? So all your stuff is like classics.
Yeah, and I
You've
don't
done
want
well.
that to sway it either.
Yeah.
Out of my classics, if I'm putting any at 7, it'd be Brett's theme.
Yeah.
It is very, very, very good. It's one of the
It is
best
so
ever.
good.
But I guess unlike the other ones, it sort of doesn't go anywhere after a point. It's similar to the Alistair Black theme in that it is sort of only a little short thing.
Yeah,
really.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just sort of loops over.
Yeah, but it's as I said, it is like super iconic.
Yeah.
It is so good.
One of Jim Johnson's best things he ever did.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just as an aside, if anyone hasn't heard, so Sean Mooney, one of the announcers from the 80s, has a podcast now. And he did an episode with Jim Johnson. And I felt so bad for poor old Jim because, like, there were probably 5 songs in a row where Sean Mooney was like, oh, you did so many classic themes. Tell us about Shawn Michaels' theme. And Jim was like, yeah, I actually didn't write that one. He was like, well, what about, of course, everyone knows Real American. And he's like, yeah, I actually didn't write that one either. So I think people give him, more credit than he actually did. But
Yeah, and
Brett's theme he did do, and it's good.
Yeah, very much so. At number 6, I'll throw Naito there. I will throw Naito. I'll throw Stardust in at number 6.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. Because
Yeah.
I think Liger's theme is better. I think the other themes are better.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Top 4.
Ooh.
So 10, Alistair Black. 9, All American Boys, which is now in my head. It's going to be in my head for the rest of the day.
exactly.
You
So-
fucking...
give it 20 years, you might come around to put it at number 1.
No. Number 8, This Fire Burns. Number 7, Bret Hart's theme. Number 6, Stardust, Naito's theme.
I do
Top
hum Naito's theme all the time after I watch a new Japan
Yeah,
show. It
it's
does
so
get stuck
cool.
in your head.
And as I said, entrance-wise, it is super sick.
Yeah,
So,
that helps.
all right, top 5.
God damn.
See, You still have 3 left. I've only got 2.
And you've got, so what do you have?
I have Cult of Personality and Liger's Theme left.
2 very, like, this is, yeah.
This is where it gets hard because this is super strong songs now.
This top 5 feels like, you know, a legit top 5 of all time. Still.
Yeah.
Even top 5 wrestlers, you could make that argument. It's pretty good list.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
It's a reflection of how important the music is.
So you've got Ministry Undertaker.
Yep. Sexy Boy. And Real American. And
I have Liger's Theme and Cult of Personality CM Punk.
If you were putting a list of like top 5 influential wrestlers crossing entertainment to like work rate or whatever, this is like the top 5.
Well, even just the top 5 wrestlers, those top 5 could be an easy list if you really wanted to.
Yeah, Shawn Michaels, Hulk Hogan, The Undertaker, Liger, and Punk. There is an argument for all of them to be the greatest of like
absolutely
modern times. So that's cool. Ministry Undertaker is what I could put here out of my list.
See, I could probably, if I needed to put something on my list, I would put Cult of Personality there.
Cult of Personality I'm iffy about because it is like a great song anyway.
Yeah.
But sometimes I wonder like how much did I actually want to hear that song every week? Did it start to take away from the song? You know what I mean? It's sort of dull how good the song was.
Because Living Colour, one of my favourite bands, I didn't give a fuck.
You were happy to hear it all the time.
I listen to it all the time.
But it's almost, sorry, I was going to say, it's almost like Edge using Metalingus.
Yeah. But see, they butchered that version though.
Yeah, they did.
I fucking love that. I love that song, and they kind of, it doesn't, obviously because it's an entrance song, you need to start with a bang. And it makes sense where they started it. But like the build to that chorus is so perfect in the song itself.
Yeah, because it starts with the intro, then a verse before that chorus even hits.
Yeah, but the Edge song, it's intro and then it goes straight to the chorus.
Yeah,
which makes sense. It's a good cut, but like, anyway, I'm happy to put Cult of Personality at 5.
Yeah, I wouldn't argue it either.
I'm happy to sacrifice that at 5.
Not to take away from the song as a song. Amazing.
Yep, I'm happy to put that at 5.
Okay.
Number 4, or 4 left.
So Liger has made it to the top 4.
Yeah, because I know where I'm fighting for.
I'm going to fight. It's a very, very good song.
Yeah.
And it's got lastability.
Yeah.
Came out back then.
He's been using this for 29 years.
Okay. So I can put Ministry Undertaker here.
Ministry Undertaker?
Like, it's The Undertaker. All of his theme songs are good. I think this was the best version of it. And The Undertaker, so much of it is also the visual, the character, him, his performance.
Yeah.
But as just a song, I remember that Ministry one being like, oh, I want to actually listen to this.
I could buy that as a single.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Yeah, and like the whole like sermon thing underneath is really cool.
Yeah,
really
what's he saying? You reckon he's even saying anything legit?
Oh, you'd think they'd have to.
Yeah.
You'd want to hope so.
Rest in peace. Bullshit like that. So cool.
All
okay.
Right, top 3.
Oh,
I have a top 3 in my head already. I've already built a top 3 out of the lasting 3 songs, and I reckon you could go for it.
Okay. Well, okay. Pitch your top 3.
3. Hogan, Liger, Michaels.
To settle it quicker.
Yeah.
I like it. Okay. So, like, you know, I haven't heard Liger's theme as much because I haven't watched that much of, like, the classic years of his work. I've seen some matches.
It does bum me out that when Liger wrestled Tyler Breeze at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn that they didn't get the license to it and they used something different.
Yeah, they were like, do we have generic Japanese music in our library?
Yeah.
And they did.
Yeah. And also the best thing about Liger's theme song is like everyone claps along to it at the like.
Yeah, see, that's cool.
It's so cool.
Yeah. This is a tough one. I kind of like it and I'm happy to concede and put Liger's theme at number 2.
See, because that when you think about it, they were both. If Liger's song came out in '89, in America, it was the same time as Hogan.
Yeah, that's true, and they've both lasted and been iconic.
Yeah,
for that long. Even when Hogan took a break from it and used other music in WCW, it wasn't the same.
Nah.
And then when he finally started using Real American a few years into his WWE run, it was like, that's better.
Yeah.
I was at WrestleMania 30, and Hulk Hogan came out for that opening promo. And I guess because so many fans...
The Silverdome.
Yeah, in the Silverdome, right there in New Orleans. when he came out, so many fans are older now and they know the song.
Yeah.
Everyone sang along to it.
Yep.
And it was really cool.
It's so cool. Whenever it comes on, it's like, yeah, fuck yeah. It's,
You know?
you know the words, you sing along
Everyone
to it.
knows it's so cheesy. Those opening bars, the second they hit, and it is his character, like so perfect for
Yeah.
one guy. You know, if you don't know what he's about, you hear that song, you're like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
he fights for the rights of every man.
Yeah.
And it just suits him posing. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's good.
You happy with
So we're
that?
putting Sexy Boy at number 1.
Oh, fucking easily.
It really is good.
I'm just happy that Liger's at number 2.
You've maneuvered it to number 2.
As soon as we need to rank him, I'm like, all right, Liger's going to hit top 3. I don't give a shit.
It's really good. I could listen to that one as a real song as well.
Yeah. But, yeah, dude. Michael's is, easy. Number 1.
Sexy Boy, it's such a dumb song. It suits him whatever version of his character
It's
he
funny,
does.
when I tell people, yeah, I work in the wrestling business, they're like, Sexy Boy. It's like, bang, everyone knows that. Even if you used to watch wrestling, you remember that song straight away.
Yeah, and you can have a bunch of, testosterone-filled, manly man bullshit people watching wrestling. That stupid song comes on and everyone's like, I'm just a sexy boy.
Sexy! And everyone does the over-exaggerated,
Yeah.
high-pitched vocals.
Exactly. It's a guy whose character is that he's basically a stripper and everyone's like, yeah, this is fine.
I'm totally fine with that. My masculinity doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, now he,
Cut his
prays
hair.
during it when he comes out to it. Everyone's like, yeah, it still makes sense.
And he cut his hair.
He cut his hair. And I bet you he could come out to it on Raw and we'd all be like, still works.
Yeah.
Sure, he's in his 50s. I don't care.
Well, when he was general manager at the WWE show in 2015, it was like everyone was the same thing.
It came on and everyone lost it.
Yeah, exactly.
People, it's so good.
It's so cool.
Yeah, and it's tied to so many great moments. I think that makes a difference.
Yeah, his return to the Elimination Chamber is one
man.
for me. And when he returns from injury and joins Kevin Nash.
Yep.
Yeah.
It just goes off.
So let's recap. 10, Aleister Black. 9, All-American. I love the fact you slipped that in there. Number 8, This Fire Burns, which is CM Punk's first song. Number 7, Bret Hart's song. Number 6, Stardust, Tetsuya Naito's song, New Japan. Number 5, Cult of Personality, CM Punk's second song. Yes, I like CM Punk. Actually, no, I don't mind CM Punk. I like the music he chose.
Hey, credit to CM Punk. He's doubled up on this list.
Yeah, and he's like AFI and shit as well. Like the guy in the indies,
Yeah.
he used some sick songs.
We did use some good ones.
Number 4, Ministry Undertaker. Number 3, Real American Hulk Hogan. Number 2, Jushin Liger's music because fuck yeah. And number 1, Sexy Boy Shawn Michaels. I'm happy with that.
This was a good top 10. This was a fun show. I want to know what other people think.
Yeah, let us know.
Were there some we missed? Because I know of the 2 super obvious ones we missed were Steve Austin, Glass Shatters, and The Rock's any version of his theme.
The 9 version that there is.
All 9, and I think I like The Rock's theme. It's similar to Brett's in that how Brett started using it in the Hart Foundation and they tweak it every few years with more solos.
Yeah.
The Rock was the same. It's just a variation of the Nation's theme
The
song.
Nation Dominate, yeah.
With different quotes from him mixed through and more epic solos.
Yeah.
The solo from The Rock's final few theme songs are pretty damn good.
They're pretty cool.
I'll give Jim Johnson credit for those ones too.
I think there was one, though, where you could actually hear mistakes in it.
Really?
I think there is. I'm not too sure.
Like him hitting bum
Like
notes?
bung notes. Yeah,
Really?
yeah, fuck it. Let's just put it in there.
Maybe that works. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess so.
Gives
Like,
it character.
yeah, this is true. But if you go, obviously you're going to disagree with us because let's face it, it's an interesting top 10.
Yeah, and this is, exactly. I think we sort of went a slightly left field with it.
Yeah.
Some obvious choices, some not so obvious.
Some very all-American boys.
Exactly. We went sort of hipster and didn't pick the Rock and Austin's themes.
Yeah.
Or Kurt Angle's themes.
Yeah.
Or, like so many other good ones.
Yeah, absolutely.
We didn't pick any of Triple H's Motorhead songs.
I think we've given that enough justice, though, throughout our entirety.
Yeah, and that's almost cheating. You're Triple H and you're like, hey, Motorhead, one of the best bands ever. Give me 3 theme songs.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, let us know on Facebook, Twitter. Complain to us.
Yeah,
argue
tweet
with
us, Facebook us. You know what to do.
And we'll catch you next week.
When we rock you like a hurricane runner.